In this video, I'm going to show you how to do OCR, optical character recognition. This is a process where you take an image of text and turn it into a file that the computer can read and understand so that you can highlight it for your own purposes. This is great for teaching as well as for your own research and archival purposes. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is select the PDF that you want to process. Here we have a one-page PDF scan of a poem, and to us this is legible, but to the computer it can't determine that there is text in this PDF that can, for example, be highlighted. So what you want to do first is select an application called Adobe Acrobat. If you don't have Adobe Acrobat, stay with me and we will also do the same process using a website that's free to use. So go to Open, and from the location where you know the document is, open the PDF. Here you get a preview of it, and we have many tools on the right hand side here. Adobe Acrobat has many useful tools for managing PDFs, but our tool is here where it says Scan and OCR. So we click on that, it takes us to a preview of the PDF. Now there's many different tools here that you can use. We want to use Recognize Text and then select in this file. You can again choose the language if you like. There's different languages to do the recognition. And then once you've selected that, you can do Recognize Text. Usually only takes a couple of seconds per page, and you can do it for multiple page PDFs. So now it's done, and we can tell this because we can select the text and you can see that the PDF is now displaying individual words recognized on the page. Now, if we want to save a version of this, we can go to Save As and choose to save, in our case, on the desktop. I'll put here OCR so that we know the difference between our original PDF and the new one we've just created. You can see it's been created there on the right. So we can quit Adobe Acrobat, open our new file, and now we can see that this PDF has words available to select. And this is very useful, for example, if you're teaching, if you're annotating this poem in front of a class in the classroom, you can, for example, select individual words, and now you can highlight them. And with highlighting, you can add, for example, annotations. So this kind of process is very useful if you want to select certain words, emphasize them in front of an audience, but also for your own use. If you're reading and you only have a PDF of the text you want to read, you can, for example, select certain phrases for your own use. It's nice and neat, it's nice and legible, and it's very good for your own records. If you don't have Adobe Acrobat, you do have the option to use online tools. These are sometimes easier to use, but they can have some limitations. So if you go to your web browser and you type in free OCR PDF, you'll be given a list of options here, and some websites will let you manage PDFs, for example, in large volumes. Some will have various limitations. The best option that I can recommend here is this website, sejda.com. They have a tool, they have many different tools for PDFs, and one of them is to OCR recognize text in a PDF online. So, just like we did with Adobe Acrobat, you can click here, Upload PDF File, and then from your location where your PDF is stored, you can open it here. You can also, if you have the PDF available visually to you on the desktop, you can simply drag and drop here. And now you can see that the PDF is available and it's showing a preview. The important part to focus on is the banner at the bottom here, where you have output formats, where the PDF box is checked and the text box is unchecked. Leave these settings as they are and simply click Recognize Text on all pages. The task is processing and it should be done in just a few seconds. So the document is ready, It shows a preview here of the PDF, and just as with Adobe Acrobat, you can now see the text is available to us. There are other tools you can now use to further edit your PDF, but if you have no further changes to make, you can simply press download. And the downloaded file is here on the left, and will open here. So we can close the web browser now, and our PDF is just the same as if we'd used Adobe Acrobat. Text is available, select. We can highlight various parts of it as well. OCR is also very useful for managing archival documents. So here I have a PDF scan of a fairly rare book that there's only a couple of copies available. It's a scanned copy and it's been OCR'd. So if we take a look here, we can see that there is all the text available to select. And if I wanted at some point to find where the book mentions words of a particular kind, for example, Peter Rabbit, you are able to search for that particular phrase. And it shows up there as well. So it's a great way to make sure that you can find lots of archival documents easily without sifting through page after page for a long time.